Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. We'll start things off this morning by introducing our head table. To my left, Coyotes Senior Executive Vice President and General Manager Michael Barnett. Next to Mike, our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Jeff Shumway. And next to Jeff, of course, our Captain, Shane Doan. We're going to start things off this morning by calling upon Coyotes General Manager Michael Barnett, who has a very special announcement to make. Mike?
Thank you, Rich. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. You know, when a professional sports organization drafts a player, you look for skill and you look for character. And when an organization looks for a captain, you look for leadership and you look for passion. And when a team looks to re-sign a veteran who's been with the organization, you look for performance over the time that he's been with you, and you look for loyalty. This organization is very fortunate that we have now gone through all three stages in a relationship with a very elite player. I'm pleased and proud to announce today that the Phoenix Coyotes and Shane Doan have agreed to a new 5-year contract that we trust and hope will see him finish his career with the same organization that drafted him. Congratulations, Shane. In the process that we went through, which I can tell you was a very respectful and dignified process, we were involved with Shane's agent, J.P. Barry, who we can't say enough about the effort that he put forward to help us come to the resolve and the resolution that we all wanted. A part of that process was getting face-to-face with Shane and his agent, and I was fortunate to have our CEO be part of that process in the last step. I'd like to introduce to you Jeff Shumway, and he can speak to his feelings on the fact that we were able to get this done and how happy and pleased we are. Jeff?
Good morning. This is pretty exciting for me. I get to stand in front of you every once in a while to do fun things. Got to announce Wayne Gretzky's signing. Now I get to stand here and talk for a couple of minutes about signing Shane Doan. I don't know if Shane gets the appreciation that he ought to. There are a lot of markets where Shane would play that he would be considered an elite player. He would get, every time he went to lunch, somebody would write a story about it. Here we're a little quieter, but Shane appreciates being in Phoenix. He appreciates what we're trying to build here. We appreciate Shane. We recognize that he is an elite player, and our commitment to Shane has been, and when we sat down, I guess Monday night, Shane had one question about coming back to Phoenix. What are you going to do to put players on the ice that we can win here and win here consistently? And that was the topic of our discussion for about an hour and a half at dinner Monday night. It was a good discussion. Our commitment to Shane is that we will continue to try to build. I hope this puts to rest the speculation that we're sellers. We're not just out here trying to sell. We're out here trying to make moves that will make us a better hockey team. We're trying to build. Hopefully we'll have a couple more announcements in the next few days that we're working on putting together deals with a couple more players who we see as building blocks and putting a better team on the ice next year and for a long, long time. Let me say for Jerry Moyes and on my behalf that we are thrilled to have Shane Doan in the family. We're thrilled to have him for the next 5 years. We appreciate what he brings to this team. We appreciate his leadership and his great maturity, and we're looking forward to a great 5 years. So Shane, congratulations. We're thrilled to have you. Everyone, welcome Shane Doan.
Oh, you hear a lot of nice things when you do this. So. I just first wanted to say thank you to Mr. Moyes and Mr. Shumway for, obviously it's a huge commitment and for them, for me and my family, as well as to Wayne Gretzky and Mike Barnett as the management of the Coyotes, to
show that much faith in me and to be willing to bring me back. I sure appreciate the opportunity. I recognize and see how few players have ever been given that chance to be with one organization for so long. It's so rare that it was something that really went into my thinking, as well as the fact that I have confidence in the group of people that are here that we can win. We will win, and until we do, I feel like my job isn't finished here, and I wanted to make sure that we win here. And that really is probably the most important thing for me in making my decision was the players that they brought in with our blue line and our goaltending and up front. We feel that we had a few guys since the game 16 we've been above 500 team. We just got to make sure we continue going in the right direction. And as a player, I'm excited to go forward and keep playing. And the community itself has been. I sit here and I look out and I can see everybody that I know, and that's something that meant a lot to me. You know, I can look around and see so many people that I know in the community itself. My kids have all been born here. My family's incredibly happy to live here, and it's our home now. And we really didn't want to leave home. I mean, that was as well a big decision in it. But the commitment that the Coyotes made to me was obviously very generous, and I'm very grateful and appreciative of. So thanks.
Shane, you stay right there. We'll take a few questions for Shane at the podium, and then we'll break into some one-on-ones with Mr. Barnett, Mr. Shumway, and County's managing partner and head coach Wayne Gretzky. So Shane, a few questions for Shane.
Shane, you mentioned, well, obviously you have ties to the community, but had they not shown what you wanted to hear, their commitment to winning, is it safe to say you wouldn't have signed if you didn't feel that was there?
Yeah, for sure. I love to play hockey, and I love to win, and that was a huge part. I mean, Mr. Shumway mentioned how when we sat down and talked with Mike, we talked for the whole meal. I talked to a few people about, questions that I had about winning and about, how we're going to go about doing that. And the more you talk about it, and the more you look at our roster and you look at the guys that we have on it, I'm excited about it. Our blue line is, I think, as good as any in the entire league. I mean, you look at Anaheim with Niedermeyer and Pronger, but after that, I'd say our blue line's as good as anybody, and 6 deep or 7 deep. We got incredible depth, and they're young guys that are coming up, and they're only going to get better. And so, yeah, for sure, it was talked about, but they answered every question that I had about that.
That was been for this period of time, even though you had all this other stuff with
Yes, I mean, you want to win. You're competitive. Everybody is, and I feel that's probably one of my strengths is that I hate to lose, and I want to win every night, and it's what kind of drives you. And I think that we're going in the right direction, and we just got to make sure that we stay going in that direction.
How important was the advisory and where their top services?
That was important to me because I got 4 kids that love it here. My wife loves it here, and I wanted to stay here. I don't want to move, and I felt that it was important to know that for the next 5 years that this was their home. They don't know any place else. Every one of them has been born here, and they've all lived in the same house for the whole time. So I didn't want to have to be dealing with them moving around and stuff like that. As an athlete or professional athlete, that doesn't come around very often, and that was very big for me.
Any more questions? Thanks, guys. We'll break into some one-on-ones. Thank you for coming. Thanks, everyone.